welcome back to our channel. Now I'm Cherry here again, and today we're gonna renew the registration of our car, and we're on our way now, and we'll give you updates later.
We don't know where we're going.
We don't know what we're
We
doing,
don't know what we're doing.
We will share with you later.
We'll let you know. So we recently bought the car. Maybe you've seen the video. If not, go back and watch that video. And we needed to get it registered. The registration was due this month. So what did we have to do?
So the first thing that we did is we went to do the smoke test. So we went to the smoke test place. We paid the cashier for the smoke test fee, which is 300 pesos, and we wait after that.
So what the smoke test is, it's the emissions for Americans. I don't know what they call it in Australia. They call it a smoke test in the Philippines. Basically checks the exhaust on the car, make sure that it's burning clean enough for that car. So they come and they inspect, they look around the car, they match the ID numbers of the car too. This is important. This is how you can make sure that the car is not a stolen vehicle. They'll match the numbers to the car to the chassis on the car, the engine on the car, and other parts around the car. And they'll actually take pictures of it. So I definitely recommend, whether it's due or not, if you're going to buy a used car in the Philippines, go get a smoke test done on it. They will make sure that it is that car. And they will give you, what did they give you?
They gave us the receipt that says our car passed, and they gave us the stencil.
Right. And the stencil is literally a stencil. They take a piece of paper, they take a pencil, write over it, get that number there, and you have to have that number in the future to get it registered. So stencil, receipt that it passed. Yes? Then what did we do?
Next, we went to insurance company. So,
right, that's right. We went to the LTO office. The insurance company that we went to is right next door, yes?
yeah.
And somebody told us to shop around for insurance, but I don't know where I'm going anyway. So I just wanted to get it done as quickly and easily as we can. So we went to the insurance company. What did they do?
They asked for the smoke test result. They asked for my ID and
registration of the car too. So the smoke test results, the registration, the old registration, and your ID. Did you show them your United States driver's license?
Yeah, that's all the ID that I got. So I showed her my ID, and yeah, I paid it afterwards.
So you can get that done with them. Here is the insurance paperwork here, okay? It's 4 pages, lots of small print, and you need to give me a like just for reading this. So let me tell you what I understand about this insurance here. It is in Nelma's name. We were going to register the car in her name, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But the insurance is in her name. It does say that it's valid for her, and it's valid for other people legally driving the car. So if she gives me permission, I have a driver's license valid to drive here, it will cover me riding the car. And that was important to us. I wanted to make sure that that happened. It doesn't cover, there's some exclusions here, it doesn't cover hauling things. And specifically it says logging, gravel, different things. So it's not to be used for hauling. It's not for use for hire. So I guess you need to get a different insurance policy if it's a for hire vehicle, and they would probably know that from the registration. So those are excluded. It also does say here that you have to be driving the vehicle within legal limits. So you can't be getting drunk and driving and having an accident and things like that. Everything has to be legal for you to go there. Lots of stuff in the middle. I'll cut to the chase. It basically says here, they will cover 100,000 not dollars.
100,000 pesos.
How much is 100,000 pesos?
It's $2,000.
$2,000.
That's
So
the maximum
yeah,
benefit.
that's
that
the
you can
maximum.
get.
Don't get more than that. This box says what they consider monetarily you are worth. It says in here your eyesight is worth 50,000 pesos. It says if you lose 2 hands, that's 50,000 pesos. So if you lose your eyesight and lose both your hands, you're going to get
100,000
$2,000. Life is cheap in the Philippines.
Yeah.
It goes on to say down here at the bottom of this that if it's a no-fault accident, which I'm not really understanding that, they will only give you 15,000 pesos, not 100,000 pesos. So if you hit a carabao, how do you say it?
Carabao.
They're not going to give you 100,000. They're just going to give you 15. And how much is that?
$300.
$300. That's that won't cover the tail light. But anyway, it does have insurance. It does say over here that you do need to contact them in writing, and they say it a couple of times. So they don't want phone calls or whatever. And it has to be prompt. So as soon as you can, inform them that you had a problem and do it in writing and make sure you have a paper trail for that. It does say that it covers bodily injury to third parties or other parties that were in the accident, but again, 100,000 peso maximum. So I can't imagine that's going to cover too much of a hospital bill, but it'll cover some. It does have a nuclear reactor exclusion also. This says that any legal liability whatsoever nature, blah, 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 due to radioactivity from nuclear fuel is excluded. So if you run into a nuclear power plant, it's not covered. So how much was the insurance?
I paid 1,200 for it, honey.
$1,200?
No, honey. 1,200 pesos.
1,200 pesos. How much is that?
It's $30.
$30. $30 for how long is that?
It's $30 for one whole year.
1 year, $30, really?
Yes.
Good Lord. No wonder they don't cover anything. All right, what did we do next?
Next, I went back to the LTO office.
No, before that, yeah, we went to the LTO office. And again, I'm new to the Philippines, so I don't know what these things are. Somebody told me you could get a fixer to do all of this stuff for you. I don't really know who these guys are or what they are. Maybe they were the guys in between, because we had about 3 or 4 guys come and ask us to help us with the insurance, help us with this or that. And I think they were the fixers. Were they the fixers?
I don't know.
I don't even know. Yeah, I thought you lived here.
I never have a car before.
You never had a car before. Okay. I didn't want to give them my documents. It looked like they were a bunch of teenagers, with flip-flops, outside. Maybe they could have taken care of it, but I didn't really feel comfortable. So we did that. So what happened at the LTO office?
So when I went to the LTO office, outside they have the inspection table. The person in charge will check if you have the right document for your registration or whatever you want to do. For us, we're trying to change name of our car registration, but he said I can't do it.
Right. They said that you had to do other things to change the name on it. I'll tell you what to do later to do that. But they said most people don't do that anyway. And I'm like, that kind of confused me. And they said most people just keep it in the name of the original owner. And I'm like, well, that doesn't seem to make any sense to me. But I guess that's commonly done here. I asked a couple of guys after that, and that's how it's done most of the time. The cars are never re-registered in anybody's name. So what happened then?
So we just decided to renew the registration of our car. So after the inspection outside, I went inside and I go to the first window. In the first window, they will check your paperwork. So the man told me that my insurance is not online yet.
Yeah.
I don't have an active insurance.
We said,
but
we just got insurance.
we just got it a while ago. So he told me to go back to my insurance company and check if what happens. So I went back to my insurance company, and she told me that she don't register it online yet because she don't have a loan.
She didn't have any load.
So she need to call her daughter to give her a loan so that she can register my insurance online.
Only in the Philippines. So
Yep.
I don't know why she didn't tell us that to begin with.
Yeah.
She could have told us to wait a little bit until, but she didn't have any load to get online to put the insurance on. Yeah, okay.
So I waited there for a few minutes until she insured my insurance online. You
What
know?
happened? What happened with the other guy that was in line there?
While I was there, I heard this man that trying to get his stuff done, his registration done, but he don't have a smoke test. So the lady told her to go in the specific place and just, when he get there, she just tell him that he sent her that. She sent her that.
Her, him.
Wait.
Who knows? Who knows her, him, it, whatever.
When
Basically, the lady at the insurance office told the man to go back and get a smoke test and go to this specific man and give him 350 pesos, and he would make sure that it passed. And that was funny because our smoke test was how much?
300 pesos only. So she told him that he need to pay 350 pesos.
I wonder
instead
where
of
the other
300.
50 pesos went.
So,
I think the lady gets a cut on that. What do you think?
well, I don't know. We don't know. So,
Ours was 300 though. So 300 for the smoke test, 1,200 for the insurance. So she got it online.
she registered it online. So
You went back to line number 1.
I went back to the LTO office. I went to window 1 again and give to him my paperwork. And he told me just to just wait for the next window. And the next window is the cashier's window. So I paid the registration fee there. That is
How much was that?
1,880.
Okay. So
So-
let me do the math. Wait a minute. I'm getting good at this peso conversion. So $37?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's $37.
So we're into this. We're into this so far. 3,300 pesos.
Yep.
3,380, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
3380. Yes.
How much is that total?
It's $65.
70, maybe $70.
Yep.
$70.
$70.
That's pretty good, right? Insurance for a year. I don't think it really covers anything,
But we need it.
you give it to the police when they pull you over, or
Yes.
whatever they call them.
Yep.
All right, so that was line 2. You paid them.
I paid to the line 2, and I need to wait for another line where I can get my official receipt. So
Right, so line 3, come up there. That didn't take too long. It was like
it's like
40
5
minutes.
minutes in between the lines.
Okay,
yeah,
so it wasn't even that long.
I get
So we got our paperwork. We got a registration. No, we didn't get the registration because last one I was wondering why there were 2 here. Yes, why you had to have a receipt for the registration. Now I know, I get it. The registration doesn't have a date on it. There's no expiration date. The receipt has the expiration date that you have to have every year. And again, this one wasn't even new. This is still the original owner's registration, but our receipt is new. But even it has her name on it, the previous owner. So I am really not sure why they can't just have one piece of paper and one thing to register it and get a new yellow one, and then have the yellow people tell the other people it's re-registered. But I don't make the rules, I just follow them, so that's what we did. So we are registered for another year and insured for another year. Yay.
Yep, we
Then
did.
what?
We're done over registration,
That one?
but we don't change it to my name.
Yeah, we didn't change it to our name. And literally we got that done in half a day, right?
Yes. 3 hours.
We were at the smoke test at 8.
7.
Was it 7?
Yeah, 7 o'clock. We went
And
early.
we were done before noon, right?
Before 10, yeah. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, even before 10. To me, that was pretty good. Everybody tells me you can't do more than one thing in a day. To officially change the name of your registration, though, these are the steps that you need to do, okay? Again, we did 3 of these. We did the smoke test, the insurance, and the LTO office. If you want to change the name, you have to get the smoke test done and make sure you get the receipt and the stencil done. Then you have to go to the Register of Deeds office, a different office. You need to show them all the documents and your new deed of sale, and they will register that in your name. Then you have to take that and go to the Highway Patrol office and tell them that you've re-registered it. What I understand is done there that they have a police officer in a uniform take a picture in front of your car, and that's about it, and give you a form there. Then you go to the insurance office, get the name changed on the insurance. Then you go to the LTO office and they will re-register it and give you another yellow form with all of these 4 preceding steps done. So those are the 5 steps needed to re-register. So that's it.
So that's it, guys. We're done of renewing the registration of the car, but we don't put my name on it
Right.
yet. So
Which again is what I hear 95% of the people do. So I think
they don't do it because they don't want to do all these
we're
things.
within the steps
And
that we need
it's
to do.
normal here. So,
Thanks for watching, guys.
so that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching. See you on our next video. Bye.